morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to door number 2 of the Hallmark of Greatness podcast Advent. I'm Anthony Burke, and with me again is Joe Higgins.
Hello.
And Craig Lowe.
Ho, ho, ho.
Today's episode is a very country Christmas. Jeanette Williams is a busy single parent trying to make the best life for her and her daughter. With no time to follow current celebrity gossip, Jeanette is unaware when a country superstar retreats to her small town to escape the intrusive paparazzi. A chance meeting between the two have them both letting down their guard and opening their hearts to the possibility for romance. Ooh,
that is a very long synopsis.
I mean, the pap doesn't show up at all in this film.
They do. They all get out of that van.
That's not the pap. That's the actual media.
There was
that's
3
a
cameras.
news channel branded.
All right, yeah.
They're not riding around on scooters through tunnels.
This is based on a Harlequin novel.
Indeed, which is his country Cinderella.
Yeah,
is the name of the book, which makes me think that this was never intended to be a Christmas story.
Nope.
No, definitely not. It did not need to be
They
Christmas.
do refer to her as Cinderella a lot of the way through this, though, as well. So I think they just went, bang a Christmas in, mate. Yep.
Oh, yeah, every now and then they'll just say Merry Christmas and it's a Christmas film.
Oh, no, it's Christmas. It opens up with Grayston Holt playing Zane. Grayston Holt, who we've seen in one of the
Love is a Piece of Cake. Yeah,
one
of the baking ones.
Narrows it down to at least a fifth of them.
Who stars as Zane, who is a country musician.
Superstar.
Yeah, he's singing Silent Night. Get ready to hear it about 20 more times in this film
for no reason. Yeah, he's supposed to be going out to do a concert, but he's playing Silent Night in a room that's full of Christmas tarts.
Sat in a green room that might as well be someone's front room with all the Christmas trees and ornaments and things like that.
Because you have to make it look Christmas. If you're going to call it a Christmas, you have to make it look like Christmas.
I mean, that's one hell of a rider for any act. You're not going to get the Rolling Stones saying, I want 5 Christmas trees and all the nog I can drink.
Yeah. Enough brown M&Ms to fill a brandy glass, or else you wouldn't go on stage that night. He won't go on stage. His manager, who it turns out is his brother later on. Yeah. It took me ages to put that together. Yeah. Can't find him. He disappears out of the Christmas room, and then no one knows where he is.
He's definitely not in Florida at his parents' house, and he's definitely not on his ranch in California.
No. He has driven to...
Well, he definitely has a house somewhere else, but we don't check there for a while.
He drives back to bumfuck Idaho.
It's never mentioned.
I just keep calling it small town USA.
That's what it even says in this thinger. Which leads to a small town. Yeah.
He has his old family house that he bought off his brother.
Yes.
But we meet Jeanette, who is an interior decorator who gets the house ready to sell to people.
Yeah, he's trying to sell it.
He's trying to sell it. She's with her daughter. Her daughter's a dickhead. She smashes a vase.
All right, didn't she?
The daughter's the best thing in this, to be fair. They replace the vase. She goes in and he's in there having a shower with his top off. -1.
-1,
yeah. Male nipples, -1. They have a bit of back and forth about it.
-1 for male nipples.
It's not time for nipples.
That come as a pair, or is it one each?
Oh, God.
It's like inappropriate hand touching. That's
Deadpool.
just like, It can have as many inappropriate hand touches as you want all the way through. It only counts as one violation of God's law.
Male nipples, and you get -L of it.
Well, you know, now we've seen one pair of nipples. You can have as many as you want across the line. Only men's men. Yeah.
We get female. That's a whole different.
That's like -2, mate. Yeah. If we see some knees, that's. But she goes. Oh, he goes. I'm not selling the house anymore.
She gets fired.
Oh, she gets fired.
It's because he's complained about the vase that she broke, and it's not that. It's just like he's not selling the house anymore.
Selling the house anymore. He wants.
And apparently, she's only got one house to dress up.
Yes.
In this entire town, which isn't a sustainable job, is it really?
She doesn't have a job.
The next day, Zane goes to see Jolene, his old mentor.
Jolene.
They can't afford the rights to that, and neither can we. So stop.
Which is why they just called her Jolene.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford the rights. So
who is like the town's music producer?
I think she said she's
the town's resident Silent Night performer.
She used to be a bit of a singer herself on tour.
Right. But yeah, so she taught Zane everything he knows, but not everything that she knows.
Oh.
And Jeanette comes in, starts effing and jeffing at him about getting a sacked. He's like, I'm just not selling the house. She goes, "Oh well." And
It's the first of the very many let me explain moments.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Get resolved instantly.
Yes. And then do they meet? Does her daughter appear?
They go on a big day out.
They go on a date to the cinema where he hires out a whole cinema.
No.
Jolene says, "I need help putting trees on a stage for the show, and I'll pay you for it because you haven't got a job." And she's like, "Sweet, this is money for your old rope, this, isn't it?"
Yeah, so she sends Zane, who she's met for 30 seconds,
just
with
look after
her 8-year-old daughter
in the frozen wastelands of Canada.
Yeah.
They go and have a fun day out at the park.
They have a go on a swing set.
This 12-year-old on a
8-year-old. She wasn't 12.
She looked 12, mate. She was never 8 years old.
I mean, I'm not getting that. But yeah, but they have a go on a swing set. They have a muck about on like a roundabout, I think, or something.
It looks like he's having a mental breakdown.
Car, yeah.
It does look like he's having a psychotic break.
Because he comes down the slide, like, he
gets stuck in a slide that's for children, and I hate that when grown-ups have a go on children's things.
There was no one else around, it's fine.
No, you know why?
Makes it even worse.
Because it's the middle of winter in Canada. Yeah. They make masks inside, and they have a bit of a heart-to-heart. The child says that although her mum works hard, all she got for Christmas was a pair of gloves this year.
She wanted like an Xbox
for a games console.
Games console.
He gave her some gloves. At which point, I stopped believing in Father Christmas because that is a fucking downgrade and a half.
Hey, they were warm gloves.
Put it on layaway, love. I know you've got.
Which,
a
also,
job. But...
which then Zane proceeds to put his fat adult hands in and stretches them all out.
Yeah. Broke him. Done.
They make masks. They run about.
Do we know what happened to her dad? Oh, Jeanette's husband.
I think he died.
Okay.
Dead, I think, because there is some slight religious overtones to it.
Right up. Okay.
And so he's like, "Oh, unless you've got plans, do you want to come and do something with me tonight?" And she's like, "Well, not really." And he's like, "It's not a date." So she goes, "Okay." They go to the only cinema in town, which he's bought out.
He knows the owner. He says
to watch a nondescript film with the house lights on.
With the house lights up, which annoys me. Yeah.
So you can't. He says
he says he knows the owner. He bought it at the cinema because he can't go anywhere anymore without getting recognized.
No. That's the twist. You're getting too far ahead of yourself.
Sorry.
They watch this film. At no point does he put his dick in the popcorn box either, which would be weird because there was a little girl there, so that is wrong. So well done, Zane, for restraining yourself there.
Well done, Zane.
Well done, Zane. And at the end of the film, he goes, "Oh, well, who's going to play this now?" And he pulls out 2 Xbox controllers, and then beep, boop, 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 boop,
and Atari 2600 suddenly comes on.
It's basically Pong is happening in the background. Jeanette has a stomp off, and she's like, "You son of a bitch. You lured me here under false pretenses. You're flashing your money around and giving my daughter things I can't afford." And he's like, "Whoa, calm down there, sweet cheeks."
Let me explain.
We had another mini, let me explain. Because I can't be seen in public, so I had to buy out all the cinema. And I wanted to do something nice for your daughter. I know how hard you work. I know what it's like growing up poor. Because I'm a country star, so I have to be poor. And she goes, "Oh, okay then. She can keep it." And I'm like, that's down CEX the next day, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Go back to Zombie Maze Race or whatever they're playing.
Oh, she goes back in and they're playing, Zombie Maze Race that you have to steer around as well. It was good. It was, again, old people in computer games. It's a fine thing.
And I can't remember what next.
Not a lot, really. There's a lot of...
Oh, you've got... his brother turns up.
On the heels of finding him.
Well, he takes like 3 days in this small town to try and find him.
Yeah, yes. A clown car's worth of news reporters. One van pulls up and 20 news reporters flooding out of it.
We've skipped over the main part that there was a chance that there's at least 3 or 4 different characters that were going to dob him in as being there.
If we went through every character in this film, we would be here all day, because this is Characters, the movie. There are about 20 characters. It's like a fucking Richard Curtis movie.
It's like Gilmore Girls. Yeah, everyone in that town is a person.
Every single one of them could have dobbed him in of
taxi cafe owner, psychotic lady cop, the 3 people who all wear woolly hats. That's never
Ginger Sideburns.
Ginger Sideburns is recorded.
Klutzy
It was the one that had It
Yeah,
had
the
no
girl-
other lines.
The girl who keeps firing nail guns out the window for no reason.
It's like, why are all these
Well, she didn't
characters in this
reappear.
film?
No, I told her she wouldn't appear. She was there. She won a prize to get onto it, I'm guessing, or something.
There was a lot of different people who it could have been who dobbed him in, and
Yes.
it was the one that we didn't expect.
It was the one
because he
person we
had no
didn't
lines.
suspect all the way
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. The one person who had the least amount of character detail to him.
The brother's boss, who runs,
It's kind of a knobhead all the way through.
is a knobbed all the way through. She runs the record label, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
There's
And
also
she's
a
ready to
weird.
fire him.
There's also a weird 5-minute sequence where his brother's just eating a burger in a car,
Well, we've got to get the runtime up, boys.
Right,
which I don't know made me hungry because it
Yeah,
looked like a
that's-
nice sort of
Yeah.
Five Guys burger. That yeah.
Yeah.
Also, did we mention it's Christmas?
Oh, they didn't.
Um,
Don't forget it's Christmas. That's what they kept saying.
her daughter goes to stay with her nan, who they live with, and then we don't see her again until it's convenient for the plot. While
Yeah,
her
till
mum
the
is off
finale,
doing
yeah.
all this jazz.
Going on dates and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I think they go on dates. I think they have a. Do they have a kiss?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, let's see.
Negative a point.
Zane
They
has
touch
a gig.
hands as well.
Zane technically has a gig in 3 days, which he needs to be at.
Otherwise, his brother Billy is out of a job.
I'd be more worried about the lawsuit that's going to follow when he doesn't attend a sold-out arena show.
He was ill.
For the second
is
time.
what he'll tell him.
He's company have to absorb the loss, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
he's probably
his
contracted,
brother
yeah.
finds him and he's like, "You need to come and do this," and they have a bit of like a reconciliation.
Well, they weren't really arguing with each other. Just
No, I know, but it's a shitty thing to do, and it leave your brother in the lurch. And like,
Mhm.
he's like, "Well, you're my big brother. You looked after me, so now let me look after you." He gets back in a lip. He goes to see Jeanette, and he's like, "Come with me, you and your child."
Come
who's
with
convenient
me
to
now.
the plot now.
This is after the reporters have been and asked the greatest line of this film, asking her how does it feel to have ruined music.
Oh, music
It was all on her.
All music has been ruined because of him. Not
Unsuspecting
auto-tune.
Jeanette.
from
It was
Stomp to Beethoven. Everything's just ruined now because of you country Cinderella.
In what order are you putting Stomp and Beethoven? Which one's top? Which
No,
one's
that's just
bottom?
opposite ends of a spectrum for me.
Yeah, but which one's top? Which one's bottom?
I don't think they're having sex. What?
That's a joke.
Anyway, it's Christmas.
It is Christmas. Don't forget, sing Silent Night again, everyone.
The concert happens in this thing. Some woman comes out and sings Silent. No, she does. Oh, she sound checks with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," which is the worst Christmas song. And then she comes out, does her. It's not Silent Night, is it?
Deck the halls.
Yes, Deck the Halls, because it's hard to sound sexy by going fa la 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 la.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, thanks." They go and reconcile with the daughter. Jolene comes out. She says, "I'm going to sing." Everyone always says, "Are you going to sing this year?" And I always fucking do because I love it, mate.
Yeah, because I run the show and I get to close this bastard.
She comes out, sings Silent Night, and she's like, "And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Elton John." And Zane comes out and sings the dreariest fucking verse of Silent Night I've ever heard.
Which
And
I
then
didn't
they all-
realise there was a second verse.
There's a third and fourth. I think.
I think there's about 5 verses to Silent Night. Just everyone gives up after one.
It's just dreary, yeah. It's
I thought the weirdest part
not
of
in
this...
the bleak midwinter, which is the best carol.
No. The weirdest part of this was the fact that he'd obviously made up with Jeanette and daughter, so they were going to be happy. But he brought them on stage with them, so they just stood there in the middle of these two people singing Silent Night of them.
Yeah, they didn't even give him a tambourine or out.
Nothing. No, join in here. Or no,
Nope.
just you two stand there.
And that because we're in love.
Also, it's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
It is.
And then the film
then it
ends.
ends.
Oh, the cafe that the mum worked in part time was called Kathy's Beanery,
Funny.
which is funny. It's just a funny name.
That is funny.
And that's
It's
the
in
film.
Yeah,
Mark out of 10.
I'm going to give it 6 French hens.
6 French hens.
Oh, that's not even right, is it?
No, it's L, but let's go with it. I'll give it a 5.5. Greg?
5 golden rings.
5 gold rings, an average of 5.5, total of 16.5.
On our arbitrary scoring system, that makes it a Satsuma, not a coal.
It gets a Satsuma for Christmas, not a lump of coal.
Well done.
It did not need to be a Christmas film. It could have been set at any time of the year.
As the
you
book
said-
probably is.
I was going to say it would be better at autumn. This, I think.
Yeah, it's a fall film.
Yeah, that's when you have pageants and stuff, isn't it? But you don't have songs for autumn though, do you? You have
We'll do it
California
in Easter instead.
Dreaming, and that's about it.
It could have done it. Yeah. It just wasn't a Christmas. It wasn't.
They could have just used generic songs, but
Yeah,
then also
it could have just been a country festival.
he did use lyrics, and then they didn't use that song because they couldn't afford
that was weird.
to get someone to put 3 chords on an 8-track for him. So
It just wasn't a Christmas film.
it couldn't.
was
It didn't
very
need to be a Christmas
frustrating.
film, which is a problem that we have with a lot of these films, is that they just put Christmas in there.
Just for the sake
I
of it.
imagine for the rest of this month there'll be about a third of those films. The films that we've got
very
will
much
not be
so.
Christmas.
Standard romantic film with Christmas trees in the background, which is fine.
Yay! Festive.
Christmas rotation or Christmas bin?
Bin.
Christmas bin.
Yeah, it's got to be Christmas bin. I couldn't see myself watching this again, so
Yeah.
this would never go into permanent
Get it
rotation.
in Santa's sack and throw it in the canal with a brick in there.
Side note, going forward, there are 2 sequels to this one, so who knows? In the future, we may see what happens to our fun-loving couple.
No.
Is it the same people?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same characters and the same actors. It's a full trilogy.
Oh, we have to do that now.
Yeah.
No.
I want to see if they make it.
I think the next one's. I think the next one's a very country wedding, and then the final one's a very country homecoming.
And then the last one is a very country funeral.
A very country war crime. Yeah.
In conclusion, that was a very country Christmas. If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark and Greatness, follow us on Twitter at Hallmark and Great, where you'll find out tomorrow's Christmas film. Instagram at Hallmark and Greatness. Email us at hallmarkandgreatness@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook. Joe's got a Twitch channel. Anything to add regarding a very country Christmas?
No.
Silent Night makes it Christmas.
Silent Night makes it Christmas. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, boys. Bye.
I'm pretty.